Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing two assets, the euro against the Japanese yen and Bitcoin against US dollar for the crypto world. Please subscribe to our channel if you want us to keep releasing technical analysis for free, while to receive our insights, our trading signals on stocks, commodities, forex and cryptos. Then you can join our community on Patreon. You will find the link in the description field. Let's start with the euro against the Japanese yen. As you can see here, we have a weekly chart. In the upper section, we see the price inside the two envelopes, while beneath we see the Magnus cycle. I've decided to plot the weekly chart because actually it gives us a clear idea of what is going to happen over the next months. So when we analyze the weekly chart, obviously our forecast is for the next months. What we see here is quite clear for us. So we see that actually three perfect cycle. We can see the first cycle in 2012, okay, with the first phase of uptrend and then a downtrend. Same here. Right now we are actually ending the final ascending phase for the cross, so we should be expecting the descending phase over the next weeks and months. Now what we see here once we analyze the volumes is that here we have the FXCM as a broker, but we can detect similar volumes even analyzing, studying different brokers. We see an increase in the volumes, okay, which is even more clear when we switch to the daily chart. We see here a huge spike in volumes in association with a very long black candle. That's a very negative signal. Now, if we analyze the Magnus cycles, we see that actually both the two curves are oriented downwards, so the white and the orange, which is actually a negative signal. But the most important negative signal is given by this huge long black candle. Again, we switch to the weekly chart, and we see actually that the orange curve is now horizontal, which is actually signaling a top for the current cycle. As we can see here, we have three perfect cycles, also symmetrical. It's very difficult to detect symmetrical cycles. Right now we have the top with the orange curve, which is horizontal, and the white curve, which is starting to get moving to get oriented downwards with the white curve below the orange one. Okay, when that happened in the past, we have seen a strong movement downwards. In this cycle, we see the cross passing from 137 till 111. Here, same when we had the cross, the cross went from 127 till actually here 117. So where we see the euro against the Japanese Japanese yen cross over the next months. Actually, the minimum target for the next weeks will be 131, 130, okay, which actually will be hit over the next weeks. But the long-term target for the strategy is minimum this area, okay, between 120 and 115. Okay, this is what I predict over the 2023-2024. Okay, right now if we switch to the 4-hour chart in order to analyze the next movements, again here we see the spike in the volume in association with a very long black candle. Here we have just right now a rebound, but again right now the price is oriented downwards, so the very first target over next days will be 136 till this area 134. Okay, this is the very first target over the next days. As you can see here, the orange curve is still oriented downwards with the white curve being below the orange one. But again, the most important signal are derivated from the daily and the weekly chart, okay, which are the more reliable. Right now I'm building a robot, an expert advisor, which actually is giving us incredibly brilliant results over the daily chart. I will show the results to my Patreon, okay, and we'll be adopting the trading advisor as a training system in order to get the signal for the real operation. Right now, let's move to the Bitcoin and let's see where Bitcoin is going to move over the next weeks. To my Patreon, I've been writing several times that already in October 2021, I was expecting the beginning of the bearish cycle, which actually happened. I was predicting at the end of at the end of the summer 2021, the beginning of the bearish cycle. So the bearish cycle, historically speaking, lasts between 1.5 and 2 years. Okay, so my prediction is that the Bitcoin will be starting a new bull cycle starting the summer of 2023. Okay, right now we are finishing the daily bearish cycle, so the new bullish cycle has started on a daily chart, but we are still inside the bearish cycle over the weekly chart, which actually weekly cycle, which actually is more is stronger than the daily one. Okay, right now where we are, okay, as we can see here with the Magnum cycles, we are able to perfectly detect where we are. Okay, so when the white curve crossed below the orange one, and when the orange one topped up, we saw actually in 2017 the beginning of the bearish cycle. Okay, here we have, if we analyze the two white curve, we see a bearish divergence. Okay, we see a double top with a bearish divergence. Actually, that was a fantastic signal that actually I gave to my patron that a new bearish cycle was starting. Okay, right now we see that the white curve is below the orange one, yet the orange curve is still too high to actually to think that the bearish cycle is over. So my idea is that the bearish cycle is not over. It will be, but the most important thing is that between the first and the second trimester 2023, actually we will see the first sign of strength for Bitcoin. Okay, so we still have a few months before we will have the end of this bearish cycle. Okay, so where I see Bitcoin over next weeks, my idea is that there is still a very strong chance to see Bitcoin move into this area, okay, between 10 and 4,000 US dollar. Actually, this is my ultimate target. I do believe we are going to experience a new bearish leg, okay, before the beginning of a new bullish cycle. Okay, it's even possible that right now we might experience a rebound, because actually if we analyze the indicator are quite oversold. Yet in terms of cyclicity or cyclicality, definitely we have to wait the first semester of 2023, but the very strong input will be over the second semester 2023. I don't know what is going to happen in 2023, which is going to relate to the Bitcoin. I don't know, maybe some regulation, maybe the Bank of America will start with quantitative easing again. That's something that I don't know. What I know is that actually we will see the beginning of a new strong bull cycle starting from the second semester of 2023. Okay, right now if we analyze the white curve, we see that actually we are really close to the end of the current bearish cycle. That's the very big positive news for us. I do believe actually we are going to still experience some weakness. As I said, I believe we are still inside the bearish cycle, and we still I'm still predicting a new leg downwards, okay, to actually to hit this lower band, which is passing by right now at 7,700 US dollar. Okay, so my ultimate target is here between 10 and 4,000 US dollar, when all the remaining retailers capitulate, and then the big whales will start accumulating into Bitcoin. As you can see here, right now we have very low volumes, and when this happens, normally there is really small hope for a strong rebound. Okay, guys, if you want to receive our insights, our trading signals on forex, stocks, commodities, and cryptos, then you can join our community on Patreon. You will find the link in the description field. Thank you, guys.